Hey, this is Elena here. Welcome to another video about Coast Guard. Today we're going to be talking about boot camp in 2019, and our guest here is going to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Steven Bassett. I just graduated with Romeo 1907.
Alright, so I have a few questions. I'm going to start with, what is your most memorable part about boot camp?
I'd say my most memorable part would be when we got our covers. You know, you wear the recruit one for up until I think it was like week 7, and our CC made us go in front of the flagpole where they put the most junior companies colored flag, and they beat us for a long time, and they made us yell for the flag to go up. But once we were done, they gave us our covers and had this inspirational speech, and was like, you were now like part of the Coast Guard, and it felt really good to just like, it was like the first time that you felt like you were really part of the Coast Guard, and it was like a real experience. This one time you have watches that you stand. It was me and 2 other people on watch, and this kid comes walking down the stairs, and he's like, I don't know where my squad bay is, and he couldn't find his squad bay, but it was 2 in the morning, and I was like, you just came from your squad bay. It's like, what are you doing? And he started running towards the door, so I ended up grabbing his arm and like yanking him back, and was like, you can't leave, and so I had to go get the OOD. And I was very afraid that I was going to get in trouble for like attacking him, but I was also afraid that I'd get in trouble for letting him run away into wherever he would have gone. I don't know.
You're just doing your job.
Yeah.
Really. So earlier you were telling me a story about some guy that had to do mental push-ups.
Yes, so we were in the squad bay, and our chief had come in, but there's like this line where you call attention on deck, and he was behind the line, so we hadn't called it yet, but we were like standing ready to call it. And we had a milk crate with our chewy bars in it, and he got on it and stood on it, and then started scooting into the squad bay. So he passed the line, and someone had yelled attention on deck, and he freaked out and was like, I am not on the deck, you can't call attention on deck. And he's like, this kid was injured, so he couldn't do real push-ups. So he was like, can you do real push-ups? And he's like, no sir. And he's like, all right, do mental push-ups. So he's sitting there, and he's going 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and he starts doing mental push-ups. And from that day forward, anytime someone couldn't do real push-ups, he would have them do mental push-ups.
That's wonderful. I like that. Mental push-ups.
We'd all just like sit in like the squad bay and just like brainstorm like cadences, because everyone like sings the same cadences, but then it would be cool if you just like showed up like walking around with like a brand new one that no one has ever heard.
So how much physical fitness was there?
It was a lot. At first it's a lot because your body isn't like used to what they're doing, you know. It's like because you're holding canteens out this way, or stuff like up above your head, or like most of the people there haven't held like a weapon in the air for a long time, so it's like different like kind of strength that you need. But over time you like started being able to do it, and it got boring. Like when you'd hold your like canteen, I remember being like, we'd hold our canteen out and we would just be like this is boring, can we like move on to something else? They were like, fire, fire, fire. You're like, here we go, you have to go outside, you know, and like do the burpees and the crunches. And in the summertime when it's hot out, we'd start getting like blisters on our hands from the cement. You would just have to keep your hands on the cement, and they just like sizzle, just burn.
It sizzled?
Well, not like literally, it just felt like you were just like it was melting your skin.
So you were there like in the hottest part of the summer?
Yeah, like a month after school had ended, like the prime summertime. I was like, oh, it was perfect time. Let's go during summertime. It was so hot, and just like you sweat in places you didn't know could sweat. Like just everywhere was sweaty at all times. And then we would in the quarterdeck, when we'd get beat on the quarterdeck, the windows would get foggy and like just gross. And then if we were ever sitting down on the ground and we got up afterwards, like there would be puddles of like people's sweat, just like, and people would just be dripping. And it was so unsanitary, because I don't think I ever saw a time where they would like mop the floors. So it's probably just like lots of dry sweat, you know?
Yeah, like did they ever actually clean those hallways?
I don't know.
No,
So.
I feel like the night watch did it though.
But did they do it?
But did they? I don't know.
That's exactly, but it was lots of sweat.
moving forward, what are your plans for the Coast Guard?
Well, right now I'm going to get qualified, and then I'm going to study for the ASVAB. I have to retake that and put my name on maybe the ME list, even though it's closed. So I wait for that to open, or BM. I'm kind of looking everywhere though. I just want to get somewhere.
Right. Still deciding, looking at all your options.
Yeah, which is nice because you don't really have to like pick something right away.
Right. Yeah, you have a little bit of time to work with. Bonus question: when did you guys? When were we able to drink coffee and have dessert?
The first company I was in didn't get coffee. From what they told me, they didn't get coffee and dessert till like the third day before graduating. The company that I graduated with, we got coffee like week 5 for a couple days, and then they took it away for a day, and then like we earned it back like the next day, so we got that, and then we got dessert probably a couple days after we got coffee for sure, and that was really nice. The coffee is awful. It's not good at all. It was nice to like have something that felt normal, like a cup of coffee, and like the cakes were delicious.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Snacks. I don't know if that's just because it was like boot camp brain, and you're just like everything sucks.
Everything is so good.
Yeah,
because,
but everything
you're
is
running
good.
around so much. And
Yeah,
when you
so
finally eat, it's like so good.
I sit down with that like, I remember they had like a key lime pie, and oh my god, it was life changing. But never the same ever again.
Well, thank you for sharing all this
Yes,
information.
thank you.
And seems like it was a fun experience. And I hope for the viewers out there that it helps you get a little idea on what boot camp is like, and gets you either like super excited or super nervous, whatever works for you. Right?
Boot camp, you sit like this, and you're just like, let's do it like that, you know. Just like,
We gotta set
and
how
then
we
you
set
have
it
to
for
just
camp.
talk to me, but don't look at me, like just eyes on the boat.
So tell me.
What's your 6th general order?
Oh my god. I think it's to take turns posting on government property view.
Whoa, that was so
No.
fast.
No?
You just got out of boot camp.
Alright, yeah, do you see those general orders
To
anywhere?
receive,
Obey,
obey.
pass on the sentry who relieves me of all orders from the commanding officer. Something officer of the day.
10
Field
push-ups,
officer.
too slow.
011303.
Are you filming right now?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great. That's gonna go at the end. Oh, okay.